Mr. Garg would present a copy of the book to Mr. Abdullah. Yeah. And could I now request both of you to unveil? Mr. Abdullah, could I request you now to say a few words, please? I'd be most honored.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A few months ago, when Ashutosh and I still find it a little unusual to call him Ashutosh because he was either Sir or Mr. Garg, but he was never Ashutosh. And I still find it a little awkward getting my tongue around addressing him by his first name. But when he wrote to me, when he sent me an email saying that he'd written this book and would I consent to launching it, there was no way I could have said no, because my association with him goes back very many years. He doesn't say it, but I have no hesitation in saying that I worked for him. He very kindly calls me a colleague, but I was way down the food chain when I first met him. I still remember it was in the offices of ITC Global Holdings in Vasant Kunj. And he was by then already a legend in ITC circles. And I was coming off my first trainee job with Oberoi Hotels, and he interviewed me in that office. And my knees were knocking, literally. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't hear them on the other side of the table, but I definitely thought he would. And that's where I first met him and had the privilege of working for him. I really didn't go as far as to say working with him, but definitely working for him. He put me through my paces, which actually really, I don't think he realizes that, but it really helped me a lot in an avatar that I was to enter into some years later when I contested elections and then was made a minister in the government of India and came into the Commerce Ministry. And suddenly everything I'd learned when I was in ITC Global Holdings by spending time in Coorg studying coffee, spending time in Calcutta studying tea, spending time in Hyderabad studying edible oils, suddenly it all fell into place with everything I'd learned here about trading and commodities and pricing and packaging and all the rest of it. And it was a period that was something that I learned a lot from. And unfortunately, our association wasn't as long as perhaps I would have liked it to be. But then man proposes and God disposes, and I think both of us went on to different things. I'd like to believe bigger and better things. He completely changed the mold of normally managers stay managers and entrepreneurs start at a very early age and just carry on in different businesses one after the other. He started as a manager, made a mark for himself, as I said. Those of us who were in ITC when he was there would testify to the fact that he was already a legend in ITC circles because of the age at which he'd achieved all that he had in the company. But then to just leave it all behind and venture out and start something new, and that too something like this. I mean, something like the pharmaceutical business, chemist shops. I mean, these are, in our country even now, mom and pop shops. They're corner stores. They're not really branded shops where one would go into and get a reward card for points on how much you spend. And there wasn't really that sort of corporate identity behind something like this. But having seen the world through the various positions that he held in ITC, he obviously felt that this was something that India was crying out for, and stuck his neck out, came forward, and started what has proven to be an extremely successful venture. And today, he's in a position not only to grow the venture, but to share his success with other budding entrepreneurs. Not everybody has that spirit. I don't think I could have gone from working in ITC to setting up my own enterprise and running it from there. But he's shown that it is possible in today's economic climate if you have the skills and you have the desire to switch from being somebody else's employee to being your own boss. And because I know there is going to be a panel discussion on the whole culture of management and entrepreneurs. So really, I'm just here as a former employee of Ashutosh's to wish him all the best, not only with the growth of Guardian and everything that it has come to epitomize, but also with the success of this book. I hope this is the first of many such ventures in the field of literacy, where he can share with us his successes, his challenges, and everything that today's entrepreneur needs to know. So really, just to say all the very best. Thank you for that opportunity. Thank you for the chance that I had to work with you and all the learning that I got from it, and all the very best for the future.
I would now request Mr. Garg